10 secret beaches in the USA tourists never visit. You think you know American beaches. You picture Miami, you picture Malibu, maybe Myrtle Beach on a good day. But here's the truth. The most beautiful beaches in America, most people will never see them. They're hidden, they're quiet, and they're absolutely stunning. Today, I'm giving you 10 secret beaches across the USA that tourists almost never visit. No crowds, no chaos, just pure, untouched coastline. And trust me, number 7 will blow your mind. Let's get into it. Beach 1, Rialto Beach, Washington. Most people head to California for beach trips. Big mistake. Rialto Beach in Olympic National Park, Washington is one of the most dramatic coastlines in the entire country, and almost nobody talks about it. The beach is wild. It is raw. It is nothing like your typical sandy shore. You get massive sea stacks rising out of the water, driftwood everywhere, misty skies that make the whole place look like a painting. The water is cold. This is the Pacific Northwest after all. But you are not coming here to swim. You are coming here to feel small in the best way possible. The drive to get there winds through old-growth rainforest, and when you step out of your car, the silence hits you first. No beach bars, no rental umbrellas, no crowds. Just the sound of waves crashing against ancient rock. This is what a beach looks like before humans ruin it. Pro tip, visit during low tide. The tide pools here are incredible. Sea anemones, starfish, crabs. It's like a natural aquarium at your feet. Beach 2, Shell Beach, California. California has hundreds of beaches. Most of them are packed, but Shell Beach near Point Reyes National Seashore almost empty on most days. And the name tells you everything. The shoreline is covered in shells, millions of them, layer after layer of natural shell beds that crunch softly under your feet. It's a completely different texture than a normal beach. It feels almost prehistoric. Getting here requires a short hike through coastal grassland. That hike is exactly why most tourists skip it. Their loss, your gain. The views from the bluff above the beach are stunning. You can spot harbor seals resting on the rocks below. Sometimes you catch a glimpse of whales during migration season. This is a local favorite for people who live near Point Reyes, and they want to keep it that way. So if you go, be respectful. Leave no trace. Keep it clean. Hidden gems stay hidden only when visitors treat them right. Beach 3, Kalalau Beach, Hawaii. Yes, Hawaii is a tourist destination, but not all of it. Kalalau Beach on Kauai's Napali coast is one of the hardest beaches to reach in the entire United States, and that is exactly what makes it magical. You have 2 options to get here. You hike the Kalalau Trail, 11 miles of rugged, steep, sometimes dangerous coastal trail, or you arrive by sea kayak. There are no roads, no shuttles, no shortcuts. The reward, a remote beach surrounded by 4,000-foot green cliffs dropping straight into the Pacific Ocean. The beach itself is a crescent of golden sand. The water is impossibly blue, and because of how hard it is to get here, you might have the entire place to yourself. Camping is allowed with a permit. Spending a night here is something people describe as a life-changing experience. Just be smart about it. Check weather conditions, bring enough water, respect the land. The Napali coast is sacred to native Hawaiian culture. Approach it with that respect in mind. Beach 4, Bowling Ball Beach, California. The name sounds made up. It's not. Bowling Ball Beach is near Point Arena in Mendocino coast of Northern California, and the rocks here are perfectly round, almost mathematically spherical boulders lined up along the shore like a giant set of bowling balls placed there by nature. Scientists call them concretions. They form over millions of years when minerals harden around a central core in the sediment. The result looks completely surreal, like something you would see in a fantasy movie. Most tourists zoom past this stretch of Highway 1 without even knowing it exists. To see the rocks, you need to time your visit with low tide. When the water pulls back, the bowling balls emerge from the sand in long, perfect rows. The effect is jaw-dropping. Bring a camera. You won't believe what you're seeing. Beach 5, Grotto Beach, Michigan. When people think of great beaches, they think ocean. They completely forget the Great Lakes. Lake Superior's Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore in Michigan hides some of the most breathtaking beaches in the country. Grotto Beach is one of them. It sits at the base of towering sandstone cliffs that glow in shades of orange, red, yellow, and green. The sand is clean and white, the water is clear and surprisingly warm in summer. Getting here requires a hike of about 3 miles through pine forest. Again, that hike keeps the crowds away. What you find at the end is a secluded stretch of sand with a natural rock arch rising out of the water. It's the kind of place that looks photoshopped in pictures, but is completely real. Lake Superior gets big waves in certain conditions. Swimming is possible, but check water advisories before you go. This is Michigan's best kept secret, and Michigan locals absolutely love it that way. Beach 6. Assateague Island, Maryland. Most people have heard of Ocean City, Maryland. Almost nobody visits the island right next to it. Assateague Island is a 37-mile barrier island shared between Maryland and Virginia. It is a national seashore, and it is home to something you would never expect. Wild horses, free-roaming, untamed ponies that wander the beach like they own the place. Because technically they do. These horses have lived on Assateague for centuries. Legend says they descended from Spanish shipwreck survivors. Scientists say they probably swam over from the mainland long ago. Either way, seeing a wild horse walk across an empty beach at sunrise is something you never forget. The beach itself is wide, clean, and uncrowded. No boardwalks, no hotels directly on the sand. Just dunes, ocean, and horses. Camping is available right on the beach. Waking up to the sound of waves with a wild horse grazing 10 feet from your tent is a very surreal experience. Just do not feed the horses and give them space. They are wild animals, not theme park attractions. Beach 7, Pfeiffer Beach, Big Sur, California. Here it is, number 7. Pfeiffer Beach in Big Sur, California is arguably the most visually stunning beach in the entire country, and most people drive right past it. The turnoff from Highway 1 is easy to miss. It's a narrow, unmarked road that winds down through trees. Most GPS systems don't even list it correctly. But follow the signs for Sycamore Canyon Road and you'll find it. What waits at the end is extraordinary. The sand is purple. Not brown, not beige, purple. Manganese garnet minerals wash down from the hills above and mix into the sand, creating a natural violet hue that glows at sunset. 2 massive rock arches sit just offshore. When waves push through the arches, they shoot pillars of whitewater into the air. The combination of purple sand, volcanic rocks, and crashing surf looks like it belongs on another planet. Sunrise and sunset are the best times to visit. The purple color becomes most vivid in certain light conditions. This beach will stop you in your tracks every single time. Beach 8, Lanakine Beach versus Secret Side, Oahu, Hawaii. Everyone talks about Lanakine Beach on Oahu, but not everyone knows about the Pillboxes Trail above it. Climb the short but steep trail through the neighborhood above Lanakine, and you reach old World War II military lookout bunkers perched on the ridge. From up there, you look down on one of the most perfect beach views in the entire Pacific. The water below shifts from aqua to turquoise to deep blue in distinct bands. The Mokulua Islands sit just offshore, and because you hiked up instead of down, you are completely alone up there. Most tourists never leave the beach level. They never look up. Look up. The hike takes about 20 minutes. It's steep but manageable, and the view at the top is completely unlike anything at sea level. After the hike, head down to the beach itself. Go early, before 8 a.m., for the calmest water and fewest people. Beach 9, Bon Secours National Wildlife Refuge, Alabama. Alabama doesn't get much credit as a beach destination. That's a shame, and also kind of convenient. The Bon Secours National Wildlife Refuge near Gulf Shores, Alabama, protects miles of undeveloped Gulf Coast shoreline. No hotels, no restaurants, no souvenir shops, just white sand, warm Gulf water, and pure quiet. The refuge protects critical habitat for nesting sea turtles. During nesting season, you might see marked turtle nests right on the beach. Volunteers monitor them through the night. The water here is calm and shallow, perfect for families. The sand is some of the whitest and finest you will find anywhere on the Gulf Coast. Getting here requires a walk through the refuge. Most tourists stick to the crowded public beaches just down the road. Their loss. Bon Secours means safe harbor in French, and it lives up to that name completely. This is a peaceful escape hiding right next to one of the South's most visited beach towns. Beach 10, Shipwreck Beach, Oregon. Oregon's coast is dramatic, wild, and almost always underrated. Shipwreck Beach near Nescoin is the kind of place that feels like it exists outside of time. At low tide, the ghost forest emerges. Ancient Sitka spruce stumps, over 2,000 years old, rise from the sand. They were preserved for centuries under the beach. A series of earthquakes and erosion slowly uncovered them over time. Walking among them feels like visiting ruins from a different world. The beach is wide and usually empty. The waves are powerful and not suited for swimming, but for walking, for photography, for simply standing at the edge of the continent, it's one of the most haunting and beautiful places in America. A few hundred meters offshore, a small rock called Proposal Rock sits connected to the mainland by a sandbar at low tide. Couples hike out to it. The views back to the beach are lovely. Nescoin itself is a tiny town. No chains, no big hotels, just a small community that knows how lucky they are to live next to this. So there you have it. 10 beaches, 10 completely different experiences, all of them hiding in plain sight across this enormous, wildly beautiful country. From the purple sand of Big Sur to the wild horses of Assateague, from the ghost forest of Oregon to the 4,000-foot cliffs of Kauai. America's most beautiful coastlines are not always on the tourist maps. Sometimes you have to hike a little, drive past the obvious exit, or simply look up when everyone else is looking down. The best beaches reward the curious. They reward the people willing to go slightly off route. And now you know where they are. If you found this video helpful, drop a like. It genuinely helps this channel grow. And if you visited any of these beaches or know a hidden beach I missed, tell me in the comments. I read every single one. Subscribe if you want more travel content like this. We post every week. Until next time, go find something beautiful.